Howdy guys, I'm just going to go over what Photoshop looks like. So we're just going to go over the UI, how to open files, how to make a new file, where the tools are, that kind of thing. So whenever you first open Photoshop, you'll see a splash screen like we have right here. This is just a home screen. From here you get to make a couple of choices. You really want to look over here to this top left hand corner where you have new file or open. If you want to open something, you just left click on the button open right here, and then you're going to click on in this new window you're going to click on your computer, and then from here you can navigate your computer. By default it opens your documents, but you can always hit this little up arrow to go to your desktop and find anything you need located on your desktop right here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a new canvas so that way you guys are able to see what a new canvas looks like. So I'm just going to make a new file. So I'll just left click on the blue button right here. Going to come right over here. I'm just going to use the default shape. You're able to change it by changing the name, the width and height in inches, whether you want it oriented, landscape, or portrait, the resolution, color mode, background contents, and stuff like that. I'm just going to left click this blue button, create with entirely default settings. And then here we now have our Photoshop UI where we're able to edit things, look at stuff, and go from there. I'm just going to go over the different parts of the windows. I'm not going to exactly go into what tool does what. I just want to go over the parts so that way when I reference things in future videos, you're able to understand what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go top left to right, or I'm going to go left to right, top to bottom on this window. So left to right, we just have our file menus up here, or our little menus up here. So if I say the file menu, that's right here, edit menu, image, so on and so forth. You start from the top left, you kind of go left to right. You have your little three buttons in every Windows program: minimize, full screen, close. And then over here on the left hand side of our screen, we have our toolbar. Now depending on the settings of your Photoshop, it's a little different for everybody. Yours could look similar or different from mine. So what I really recommend when I go through videos is I'll tell you a hotkey for a tool, like V for move. So V as in Victor is the hotkey for move. And you can see it changed it from, like, let's do M as in marquee for the rectangular marquee tool. You can see it's a little indentation that's highlighted, and that's showing you what tool you have selected. There are a lot of different tools here, a lot of really cool options. We'll cover a few of them in these upcoming lessons, but I just want you to be aware of when I call out a hotkey and the name of the tool, this kind of highlights where it is. Now, the reason I'm stressing this so much is because Photoshop's a little different than most programs. So if I want to use the gradient button, I hit G for gradient, but G also holds the paint bucket tool. And you can see I have a gradient right now, not a paint bucket tool. How I get access to it is I just left click and hold on the icon, and then there's like a hidden menu here with other options under the same hotkey. So if you're not getting the options I'm telling you in videos, you just need to go over to the highlighted button, left click and hold, and then from here you can change it to different tools. And then if you can't find it by left click and holding on the letter hotkey I tell you, you can always go down to these three dots down here, left click and hold, and this will either let you edit your toolbar or it'll hold all the hidden icons that you can't see. So you just want to be aware of that just in case you run into it. Now, just continuing down the toolbar, we have our color swatches. We can left click on the top color and this will let us change to a different color. I'm going to move to my brush tool so you can just see me coloring, and you can see what happens when I change the color. I left click on a square or a swatch, I'll use the terminology interchangeably, and you can see I get the color picker window foreground. There's a couple different ways you can interact with this. You can just left click and drag over here, and right here you'll see a preview of your new color compared to the previous color. So here you can kind of change it to whatever you want within the color scale that you have selected. How I change it, because you can see the only real color that's going to change is the top right hand corner. This is going to change it from, like, for me, red. I'm going to change it to maybe bright blue. Go down a little bit, get this interesting color. Whenever I'm done, I'll hit OK, and then I can just use that color wherever I need it to be. Now, the interesting thing about Photoshop is you have a foreground color and a background color, and you can actually kind of change these up. I'm going to make this just a random color so that way you're able to see it. The foreground and background colors are important because depending on the tools and settings of Photoshop, I'm using my eraser tool, not my brush tool, and you can see the background kind of showing through. It's using that background color. So if something's weird is happening, it's probably because you have a background color that's different than what you want. You can also preload your swatches with 2 colors you want and flip between them to do whatever you want with that. This workspace right here is called the canvas. So this is your Photoshop canvas. This is the actual space you're going to be editing things in, and either painting, drawing, manipulating images, deleting things, adding things, whatever. This is the workspace that you get a lot of the work in Photoshop done with. Now you have tabs right here where my cursor is. This just shows you whatever image you have open in Photoshop. You can have multiple. There's a lot of empty space up here. So you can have multiple images open at one time. You can just have one, whatever you want. How you read it is you just have your file name. So I haven't saved this, so it's untitled 1. And then it's at 50% scale. So I could either zoom in, zoom out. This is 50% of its normal size. And then it just tells me the color space up here where I'm RGB and 8-bit. And then above this, you just kind of have your tool settings. So this will change depending on what tools you have selected. So I currently have the eraser tool, and you can see I can adjust the size, the mode, the opacity, the flow, all that stuff. And if I go to like my gradient tool, you see it changes, and then now I can make a gradient. So it'll just change what happens on your tool. And then we're just going to go to the right. Here's another way to interact with your color swatches up here. So this will let you change the color of things without having to click into the tool. This just gives you a lot more options than this. You have properties right here. This lets you adjust some properties that aren't available up here in this toolbar editor. We're not really going to use it. You just want to be aware that it exists. And then arguably one of the most important things that we have access to in Photoshop is called the layer box editor. And that's in this lower right hand corner right here. So we're going to use the layer box editor a lot. If I tell you to go to the layer box, take a screenshot of your layer box, your layers are in the wrong order, this is what I'm talking about down here. This is your layer box. This is where you want to go to edit things. And then here you can see I have 2 layers. I have a background. I have a gradient fill that I just made. I can turn off this little eyeball right here to adjust the visibility of what I have. And then I could reorder it. So I can double click on this lock to unlock it and just hit OK. And then now I can drag this layer on top. And now it's on top of the gradient fill, and I can do it vice versa. When you start going into opacity and deleting opacity and stuff like that, that's where it becomes very important. And then finally, the other important things are down here. You have a little quick toolbar menu. There's a couple of them that are very important. The ones that we really care about are this FX one in the future. This lets you add some really cool effects to text, images. It lets you add drop shadows, really cool stuff. You have this plus button, which is a very quick way of just adding a new layer. So now I could paintbrush on top, and then I have a new layer that I can paint on and yet still see behind. And then if you make one too many layers on accident, you want to delete something, you have this delete, little trash can delete button. You just left click on it, and then you just say, yes, I want to delete whatever layer I'm deleting, and then you're good to go. So that was a very quick overview on Photoshop's UI. I just really wanted to go through this stuff so that way you'd be able to go through and have an understanding of these different things that I'm referencing, like the layer box, your toolbar, your file menus up here. Maybe you need to go edit your color swatches and you can access them from the top right, bottom left, any of those things. So hopefully you guys learned something today. Have a great day.